and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just want to point out that we have an exit out front, another one out this doorway to the left. Can we have a roll call, please?
Berenger's present.
Pfeiffer's present.
Mancuso present.
Carl present.
Gary present.
And Attorney Brian Conway present.
Okay. We're opening up a public hearing, proposed increase in water rates. Just want to explain that there hasn't been a water rate increase since 2013. Water is water, very valuable source for us. We're also looking into outside funding if possible, but we have a system that may be outdated and the area is growing and so on, so we would like to discuss those items. We don't have a proposal tonight. We're just waiting to hear if whatever the public has to say, and then from there we can make the determinations. We're going to keep the public hearing open until our next scheduled board meeting. Okay? Thank you. Anyone here from the public tonight to discuss the proposed increase in water rates or have any items that we need to discuss, suggestions, recommendations?
Open the public hearing. Get a first and a second.
So we're going to open
I'm
the...
sorry, I need a motion to open up the public hearing.
Berenger will make the motion.
Carl will second.
Discussion? Hold the question?
Berenger, aye.
Pfeiffer, aye.
So carried.
Carl, aye.
Mancuso aye.
And so carried.
Carried again.
Okay. The gentleman just walked in, but we opened up a public hearing on the water rates or possible water rate increases.
Yes.
We want to listen to what the public has to say or any suggestions, any recommendations. We haven't provided with anything yet. We're still in discussion, and we're going to keep this public hearing open until our next scheduled
Okay, we were
board
just
meeting.
interested in the change. We're in Water District 1, so that's in the town. And we were just interested in the rate change, what the rate change would be if that's being decided.
And why, I guess? Because the homeowners on High Ridge are gonna ask us.
Well, just before you walked in, we explained that water hasn't increased here since 2013. Okay, everything else is going up. You know, we're aware of it, and so is our infrastructure, which is wearing, and it's getting old, and it needs upgrading and remodeling, and that's part of it. Now, we haven't made any decision because we want to hear from the public first. Okay? We have an expert that's sitting on the dais here, Trustee Carl. He may give you a little further insight into what's happening out there.
That'd be great.
Good
Okay?
explanation.
Well, I can give, just for the board, there is I work with our water billing clerk, Brandy, and there is an overview that came from Al Natoli, who is the consultant that we're using. If you would like, I would be more than happy to read it, the highlights to it, so maybe the folks out there can understand it, if you'd like.
If you don't mind, please.
Yep, no problem. Rate increases to obtain funds for increasing operating costs, preventive maintenance, and debt service by increasing the per gallon charge to all users, and for debt service charge via service charges. Overview and purpose. The analysis models a multi-year rate increase plan for the Village of Monroe water system. The increases are designed to achieve two primary goals. Number one, fund a 10% increase in the operation and maintenance, O&M, expenses, addressing unexpected repairs and increased preventive maintenance, an additional $185,000 annually. Fund the debt service on a proposed $10 million capital improvement plan structured as 4 successive $2.5 million bonds, 30-year terms at 5% interest. That's an estimate right now that we have achieved. Current financial positions, fiscal year 2025, the system appears to be operating at about a break-even point. Fiscal year 2025 cash flow data indicates revenues of roughly $2.41 million against expenditures of $2.46 million, resulting in a net income of $47,576. However, a substantial part of the expenditures were for capital projects and/or debt service that may not reoccur. Current baseline debt service stands at approximately $602,189. The adequacy of the rates can be established with detailed audit. Such analysis was not part of the assigned task. The proposed rate structure changes to equitably recover costs, specifically those that do not vary with the water system usage. The village is implementing a fixed quarterly service charge for all water customer classifications, except for town bulk purchasers. The rate adjustments will phase in between 2026 and 2030. The volumetric rate increases per 1,000. This is what's being proposed. The per rate will see an immediate increase in year 1, 2026, across all classes. In-village residential increase from $4.35 to $4.75, and that's per thousand. In-village commercial increases from $6.53 to $7.12 per thousand. Out-of-village town customers increases from $10.88 to $11.87. Town bulk customers increases from $10.88 to $11.87, scaling up to $15.80 by 2030. Phased-in quarterly service charges 2026 through 2030. As the new capital improvement bonds are issued, fixed quarterly charges will be introduced and scaled up over a 5-year period to cover the resulting debt service. Typical customer rates will increase as follows. In-village residential starts at $9.02 per quarter in 2026, peaking at $32.63 by 2030. In-village commercial starts at $35.34 per quarter in 2026, peaking at $127.83 by 2030. Town customers direct billed start at $18.64 in 2026, peaking at $64.43 by 2030. Customer base and revenue allocations. The system currently has 3,071 total customers, generating a pro forma metered revenue of approximately 2.03 million gallons. The revenue burden is distributed as follows. Village residential, 2,269 accounts for 40% of total system revenue. Village commercial, 462 accounts for 32% of total water revenue. Town direct and Smith Farm, 336 accounts for 13.5% of total system revenue. Town bulk, which is 4 accounts for 13.2% of total system revenue. The debt service projections, as the village takes on the 2.5 million bonds, total annual debt service will escalate significantly. Projections show debt obligations rising from $804,605 in fiscal year 2027 to over $1.33 million in fiscal year 2031. Necessitating the corresponding steady increase in the fixed service charge. Conclusions and recommendations. The phased introduction of fixed quarterly service charges, coupled with the initial volumetric rate adjustments, present the most equitable strategy to achieve revenue sufficiency. By scaling the service charges over a 5-year period alongside the issuance of the capital improvement bonds, The village can successfully fund necessary infrastructure upgrades while mitigating sudden rate shock for its residential and commercial customers. We recommend moving forward with the formal adoption of this multi-year rate structure to ensure the long-term fiscal health of the village water system. And that was prepared by Albert Natoli, our consulting attorney, and rate analysis.
All right, the board explained that the current rates have remained unchanged since 2013, and that no increase is being considered to address the rising, increases being considered to address rising operation and maintenance costs, infrastructure improvements, system repairs, debt services and obligations, and other expenses necessary to maintain and improve the water system. So, the public, any comment on this matter?
Well, I was wondering, is there a way we can...
Sir, I'm sorry, if you're going to come up, I just need you to come up, speak into the microphone, state your name and address, and just understand it's public comment, it's not a Q&A. When you're done with your comment, the board may choose to address your questions, but it's not going to be a live back and forth. That's all, okay?
Okay.
And I don't think you're going to reach it, but there's a 5-minute time limit as well. All right?
Gotcha. Thank you. Paul Fallon, 51 High Ridge Road, Water District 1. Well, it's not a question. I guess I'm looking, is there a way I can get the backup to these numbers as to why it's going up $1 basically for the town residents? And Water District 1 is a town. We're town residents. So I guess that's the question, or just, thank you.
There's a, was it, if I may? Yeah.
Yep.
There is a capital plan that we have laid out that can be made available to you. Some of the things that have to get done pretty quickly.
I'd love to see
We need a
that.
new water storage tank at the water filtration plant, 1.5 million gallon tank. That's gonna run us approximately $4.8 million right there. We have drilled some wells here many years ago, and we're gonna start looking to put wells online to help supplement the reservoir, which we're only allowed to withdraw 1.5 million gallons a day out of. So those costs, that well is probably gonna be somewhere around $2.5 million to put online as well. So those are the two big ticket items that we're gonna be looking at pretty quickly to, to start moving forward.
That'd be great if I could get that.
Yep,
I think I have a copy right here that you could have. This, John, it's this one? Just-
yeah,
Trustee Carl, yeah?
yeah, Brandy, sure.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
No problem.
With no further comments or questions, I need a motion to adjourn the public hearing to the next regular board meeting, which should be on July 21st, 2026. Second,
Berenger will second.
any discussion?
I would just note that we're adjourning it, the hearing will be kept open, and supplemental notice will be sent out concerning it.
To everybody in the water district, or each of the water districts, or, because I wasn't aware of this one.
It would be consummate with the notice requirements. I know that our village clerk is more schooled
It
on
goes in the
that.
Times Herald Record, and it also will be on our website under documents, under public hearing. It'll be public hearing notice.
Great, great,
And it's also going to be outside on the building front.
Yeah. The legal requirement, it has to be at least 5 days before the date of the hearing. So I would check the week before.
Okay, what's your next meeting, when is that, when it's
July 21st. July 21st?
July 21st.
Sir, we do also, when we raise the rates, we have to give the town 90 days notice on any rate increase that we do, so that they can allow the water district customers, make them aware that the water rates are gonna go up. But that's in the contracts that the town and the village have. We have to serve the town with 90 days notice. So if we look to do at our next meeting, open it, let the people speak. If we decide to change the rates, we'd have to do it by the end of July. So 90 days would take us to the next billing cycle, which would be, actually, we got to skip one, so 90 days would be a billing cycle. And then they would be the November billing cycle would be with the new increase. That's the reason why we have to give the 90 days notice to the town of Monroe, and they in turn would notify all the water districts that the rates would be going up, because we bill the town directly for those districts. And then they bill you. Okay, Randy, you got anything?
Okay, any further discussion from the board? So call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Pfeiffer, aye. Mancuso, aye.
Carla?
So carried. Minute approval, June 16th, 2026 board meeting. We need a motion to accept the minutes. Those minutes are kept on file with the village clerk.
Carla, make the motion.
Pfeiffer, second.
Any discussion? Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Pfeiffer, aye. Mancuso, aye.
Carla?
So carried. Amendment to the 2025 CDBG ADA sidewalk improvement project. Trustee Mancuso.
Resolved, the Board of Trustees hereby acknowledges that it previously awarded the contract for the 2025 CDBG ADA Sidewalk Improvement Project in the amount of $339,620. Following a review of the project, the Board has agreed to proportionately reduce the scope of work, resulting in revised contract amount of $204,122, with no reduction or impact to the associated grant funding. The Board hereby approves the revised contract amount and authorize the mayor to execute any amended agreement, change, order, or other documents necessary to effectuate the revised project cost of $204,122. If I could just add to that, the reason for that was the grant amount. You never really know what a project's going to come in until you go out and bid. So we have the grant for this amount, so we scaled back the project to match the grant amount.
Need a motion to,
Make that as a motion.
Berenger will second.
any discussion?
That was a grant amount from the
Grant
county?
amount was 175, and then we were responsible for 25,000.
Okay.
That's the stipulation with the grant.
Okay.
Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Pfeiffer, aye. Mancuso, aye.
Carla?
So carried. Payment authorization number 7, Van Kuren Booster Pump Station Project, general construction. Trustee Carl.
Yep, resolve the Board of Trustees accepts the recommendation of village engineer David Higgins, P.E., and approves payment number 7 submitted by TAM Enterprise Incorporated for the Van Kuren Booster Pump Station Project, general construction, in the amount of $36,680.64 to be allocated from budget line F 8340.4500 distribution contractual. All documentation has been reviewed and found complete. Mayor Melchiori is hereby authorized to sign the voucher for payment. I will put that in form of a motion, please.
Second that.
Any discussion? Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Pfeiffer, aye. Mancuso, aye.
Carla?
So carried. Payment authorization number 8, Van Kuren Booster Pump Station Project, general construction. Trustee Carl.
Yep, resolve the Board of Trustees accepts the recommendation of village engineer David Higgins, P.E., and approves payment number 8 submitted by TAM Enterprise Incorporated for the Van Kuren Booster Pump Station Project, general construction, in the amount of $3,040 to be allocated from budget line F 8340.4500 distribution contractual. All documentation has been reviewed and found complete. Mayor Melchiori is authorized to sign the voucher for payment, and I'll put that in form of a motion.
And I'll second that.
Discussion? Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Pfeiffer, aye.
Mancuso, aye.
Carl, I.
So carried. Intermunicipal agreement, Village of Monroe and Village of Washingtonville, weed harvesting boat. Trustee Carl.
Yep, resolve the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes Mayor Malcury to execute an intermunicipal agreement, IMA, with the Village of Washingtonville for the use of the weed harvesting boat at a rate of $1,100 per day as needed for weed harvesting activities at Memorial Park Pond and Newcastle Pond. The Village of Monroe shall provide one operator to operate the weed harvester, while the Village of Washingtonville shall provide the labor necessary to unload the properly disposed of harvested weed material, and I'll put that in the form of a motion.
I'll second.
Discussion? Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Pfeiffer, aye.
Mancuso, aye.
Carl, I.
So carried. Boundary survey for Roy A. Montagna Park. Resolved, the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes Lane, Link, and Tully Engineering and Surveying to perform a boundary survey for Roy A. Montagna Park, SBL 210-2-1, and in the amount not to exceed $4,500, with the cost to be allocated from the budget line A 1440-4500, engineering contractual. I need a motion.
Carl, I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Discussion. This is that location that's on High Street in Lakes Road,
Fisher Falls.
okay?
Yeah.
So there's a piece
Oh,
of fence, so before we determine who's responsible, at any cost, we're asking the engineer to conduct a survey on that property. So we'll authorize the survey,
Yep.
and then we'll discuss it at the next meeting,
Yes.
okay? I need a motion for that.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? No? Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Pfeiffer, aye.
Mancuso, aye.
Carl, I.
So carried. Road and boundary line survey, 238 Spring Street, SBL 213-1-12. Resolved, hereby authorizes Lane and Tully Engineering Surveying, PC, to perform a road and boundary line survey for the property located at 238 Spring Street, SBL 213-1-12, in the amount not to exceed $2,000, with the cost to be allocated from budget line A 1440-4500, engineering contract. I need a motion.
Berenger will make the motion.
Pfeiffer, second.
Discussion?
What is that for the turning lanes and stuff over?
No, we have a constant parking issue. The old Monroe Auto, I don't remember the new name for this place.
HH Auto.
What is it?
HH?
HH2.
Oh, okay, the old
Okay.
one, yeah, okay.
And the vehicles are parking on the roadway. So several times the police went out and spoke to them, and customers and the parking enforcement officer, and tickets are issued. So we're gonna determine where the front, we're not doing the whole parcel, we're just doing the front to determine where the village boundary lines are. Once we have that in our possession, it's either they comply with the order, or we put up guide rails, and that's it, they lose the parking out front, and we go to strictly enforcing and or towing. Any further discussion on that?
No.
Okay, call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Pfeiffer, aye.
Mancuso, aye.
Carl, I.
So carried. Anything from the trustees?
I'd just like to remind everyone to visit your library. It's a great resource. And they also have upcoming movies on certain Friday nights, so just remember to check them out.
Anything else?
I just wanted to remind everyone that July 4th, we will be opening the 50-year time capsule that was buried in the park over by 17 and the monument there. We're gonna open it Saturday morning about 11 o'clock, and we're gonna see what's inside and what condition it's in. And then I think at that point, we had tossed around a couple things, what to do with the artifacts. Maybe they'll be on display here, if they're in any condition, we don't know. We also are going to think about planting another one. So we're gonna, that's gonna come a little bit later in the year, or maybe towards the end of the summer. We'll reach out to the public for some ideas, and we'll decide whether there's gonna be something historical or something with what's new and happening at this time of year. So look forward to that. But again, we will be doing it July 4th, 11 o'clock in Park, and we'll have some refreshments for everyone.
Yep, just a reminder, this Friday is our drone and fireworks show to start off the 4th of July weekend. There'll be plenty of food vendors, plenty of cold drinks. There's no reason for anybody to be cooking at home. You can come on downtown and enjoy the festivities. We got the street festival, and then the band, the Mighty Spectrum Band, will be on at 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and then the drone show and the fireworks following that. So should be a good evening. It's going to be warm, so just plenty of fluids in you. But we look forward to really enjoying this one. A lot of work went in, a lot of people helped, and I'm looking forward to having this go off without a hitch.
Thank you. Concert series still going on strong. Everyone's welcome to come down here. The farmers market is doing well. We're starting to get a lot of traffic. We talked to some of the vendors. They're happy the way things are going. The Village of Monroe has a heat safety notice going on. We're a cooling center at the Village Hall. So don't forget to drink plenty of water, spend time in air-conditioned buildings, wear lightweight clothing, but if you're welcome to get out of the heat a little bit, you're welcome to come in, okay? And do that. The Cheese Festival, we still have openings for volunteers. We just had a meeting Saturday, over 2 hours with a lot of fresh ideas. And we're just asking for a couple of volunteers to come out and help. I think it'll be a great thing for the community again, all right? Traffic light on Spring, I'm sorry, go ahead.
We did schedule another meeting. We're gonna start them regularly. So the next meeting is in the Village Hall, July 11th at 10 o'clock. If anybody's interested.
Okay, we have 2 traffic light projects coming up, and one is already in the works, which is on Pine Trees, Still Road, Stage Road intersections. Little inconvenience, but I think once it's done, it's gonna be great for us. The other one is on Spring Street at the intersection of Mapes Place. We're looking at timing, arrows, and no right-hand turn. That should improve a lot of traffic situation on Spring Street itself. So, little inconvenience, but we'll be in good shape shortly afterwards. Anything from the attorney?
No news is good news.
Okay, we can open it up to the public comment. Anyone wish to come up and speak about anything on our agenda tonight, you're welcome to do so. Okay, then if there's no public comment, I would like a motion to enter executive session to discuss litigation and personnel.
I'll make that motion.
Berenger will second.
Discussion? Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Piper, aye.
Mancuso, aye.
Carline?
So carried. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Thank you.